Do you want to have a more powerful and shapely backside? This video is going to give you some ideas of how to achieve that. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Joey Bull and I'm a fitness professional and I do these videos on exercise and well-being. So the glutes, backside, butt, whatever you want to call it, plays a big role in our movement, in our actions, and it acts as a shock absorber for all over our body. So to get this right and to save us back pain and to look good, there's some things we need to look into. So let's identify you so that you can get the best out of this. Everybody is different and what works for some might not work for all when it comes to exercising this area. And some backsides don't even work for a living and they rely on other muscle groups. There are small backsides, flat ones, full ones, broad ones, and a combination of all of those. Some of this is ethnic, genetic, activity, dietary, or even hormonally related. So how to make the most of your assets and get that dream derriere? Knowing your starting point is the best start. So firstly, if you can't seem to get your backside to engage in these exercises, the best thing I can recommend you to do is to look at my video on back pain. If you go back to that, you can go through some tests and exercise to see how active your glutes are. Butt boosting, no, what's my words? Booty busting blaster. Then once you have a better neuromuscular connection to this area, come back to this video and you can join in some of these moves to really amplify your gains. So to find out where you are with your glutes, you can start with just sitting on your hands and tightening one glute at a time. Can you feel something or not? If not, that could mean you need certain stretches and activation exercises to optimize the postural alignment before this area can load or fire or grow. But glutes will also be weak if you spend a lot of time sitting. So that means whenever you get up to charge around with the children or the dogs or for whatever reason, there won't be enough engagement in that area, and that means it can lead to injury, twinges or discomfort. But buttocks tell us something about our health too. For instance, fatty buttocks indicate an insulin excess, whereas a more droopy buttock suggests an insulin deficiency. Whether your diet, genetics or posture is arresting your glute development, there is one thing that we must always use, and that's the mind-muscle connection. Every exercise, repetition and engagement is done with focus, concentrating on this area here. Before hitting your booty busting blaster, it's important to fire these muscles gently so that they know what's coming and will respond to your command. We can do this by using a looped band, or you may have one of my yellow bands that you can double up and put round the lower part of the thigh. Sit and bounce in a small range of motion and spread those feet outwards. Then you can move on to your favorite moves, but just check that you're covering everything. Unilateral moves make sure that you work one leg at a time without both legs dominating the action. Things like single leg deadlifts, lunges, and single leg thrusts on the back. There are a variation of glute and buttock exercises to do, and I recommend that you vary your choices over time. If you're looking at the glute muscles, you can see that there's a web of muscles that go in different directions that we need to activate and use every part of. For a more rounded look, we need to consider working the glute medius here, and then also the glute maximus for more volume at the back. Then also think of the underneath muscles and the middle parts to emphasize. Without going through my whole repertoire, here are my hot choices for today. Take a squat, hold your weights close to your chest, spread the feet outwards and feel how in the bend, the knees have to follow that outward pressure. Feel the difference that makes in the backside compared to a squat that you're just going through the motions with. Now add a sway to it and a little twist in the hips, rather like a skiing action. If you're training from home, you can use a band for this exercise, anchored reasonably low with your feet apart and your glutes squeezed as if you're keeping cash in there. Spread the feet on the floor, bend at the hips and then come upright, always thinking of that area. Using the glute bridge with the upper back elevated, just observe the difference in pivot between just a hip thrust and a tilt now from the sternum. This angle gets the glutes working a fraction more and everything counts. Add weights to this move as soon as you're familiar with it. Bounds make a great explosive action for the buttocks. Make them work for you with great foot placement and a nice mid to low takeoff. To complete the session, you could finish with a little hip hitch with the legs super straight, lifting that hip up and down. It's perfect for stabilizing the hips for you runners and walkers. But you can also fire that glute with striding out with walking and sprinting. In both cases, that glute is fired first. Rather than when you're just jogging, it's not so well activated. That's it for today's video, and thank you for watching. I hope this will help with some of your backside training and give you the shape and power that you're looking for. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel as I upload every week. Bye, and I hope to see you in my next video.